everyone, it's Tiffany. I am here with my first installment of the new series, Mediocre Kitchen. Because this is not professional. This is going to be a mess because I'm a terrible cook. I'm decent at baking, but you know, things happen. I'm just me in the kitchen. We do not agree. So I thought this would be really fun because I do attempt a lot of recipes. And you guys should witness it because it's always a scene. But anyway, I'm going to be making a recipe today that I usually make for holidays, sugar cookies. Simple enough, right? But we are making vegan royal icing today. These are vegan sugar cookies, by the way. We're making vegan royal icing, which I've never done before, so that could be an absolute disaster. But I make this sugar cookie recipe all the time. I'll link everything down below, or I'll say it in the video. I don't know. We'll go. It's not professional. We're winging it today. But we're gonna make pumpkin sugar cookies, and it's going to be interesting in honor of Halloween. So this is episode 1 of Mediocre Kitchen. Here we go. The sugar cookie recipe that I am using is from Minimalist Baker, and this is just the sugar cookie recipe that is the best that I've tried. I'm really excited for it. I'm excited for these cookies. Okay, anyway, professional cooking. I have my recipe right here. I have my ingredients right here. Yep, we're gonna figure it out. So first up, we need 1 stick or 1/2 cup of vegan butter. So that is right here, and it needs to be softened. And I think this is softened. Is it softened? Maybe I should, I'll microwave it a little bit. Oh shoot. Oh no. I overdid it on the microwaving. We're just gonna go with it. We're gonna roll with it. It's a little liquidy, but there's a little bit in the center that's still, you know, okay. We're gonna add it to our, yep, that was really, that is definitely softened. Next, we add the 1/2 cup of organic cane sugar, which I have right here. Also, I'm not all fancy and have matching bowls. Everything, oh, the oven's ready. Oh, did I preheat it correctly though? 350, I did it correctly. Okay, anyway. Add in the sugar, right, so add the sugar. Oh, we add the softened butter and cream it, even though I have a feeling this is not going to turn out. What I am doing now is adding in a little bit more butter, just like so it evens out, right? I think that'll work. I think it's working. Not working as planned, but it's working, and I know all the bakers out there are cringing right about now. We're going to add our sugar, brown sugar, vanilla, pumpkin puree, and beat for 1 minute. So I have my sugar, brown sugar, vanilla, yep, got that, and pumpkin puree. So the pumpkin puree is actually acting as an egg substitute in this case. So let's add those in. I'm gonna turn it on a slow mix here while we add, actually no, I'm just gonna add in the stuff. It's just, I've already messed it up. First episode, like I hardly ever messed this recipe up, but I did it. Well, not yet. It might be redeemable. But we're gonna go ahead and add all of this in, and then let's get the vanilla in there, and then the pumpkin. Yep, and let's beat this for 1 minute. Now that is done, and we are going to add our dry ingredients together. I kind of already sort of did it. We have, give me a second, I'll find it, 1 3/4 cup of unbleached all-purpose flour. And then in this one, I already combined the ingredients. We have 1/2 tablespoon of cornstarch, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and bam, let's add that together. Done. Oh, it's stuck to the bottom. 1 second. Let's get this figured out. Because we want to get all of the ingredients in here because it is science. You know, science. Okay, so we did that. We combined all of this stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Mix. I need a spoon to mix. Let's mix this together a little bit. And then we incorporate it with that over there. I'm just going to do the mixer. I'm just winging it. I'm not even reading the instructions. I'm going to do the mixer until it gets too difficult, and then I'll add in the rest unless it all works out. I don't know. Well, let's figure it out. to like make it into dough now at this point, and I think it's pretty close. I think we're good. It does say add almond milk, which I usually do, but it's like a nice dough consistency, texture. I don't know, let's test it. Tastes good. That's the beauty of this. I don't even need to make cookies. I can just eat this entire thing of dough. Actually, I should just do that. Like, end of video. Now what I'm supposed to do here is freeze this or refrigerate it. I think it's freeze it for 15 minutes or refrigerate it for an hour up to overnight. But we are going to do this in the freezer because we want to do this quickly. Hopefully I won't forget about it because that kind of tends to happen, and then it's actually a frozen ball of dough, and then I'm like, oh darn. I think we're good. Look at this. It's pretty good. So that it, you know, it's good to go. All right, so we have that, and I'm actually going to keep this little bit left over for myself. I'm going to freeze this, and then we'll be back to finish this. Okay, the dough is not completely frozen solid. We are going to, you know, roll it out here. I don't have like fancy paper or anything. We're just going to flop it down. I floured my surface, and we have a rolling pin, and we probably should put some stuff on the rolling pin. So we're just going to roll it out. We got to, oh no. Well, this is we need some more flour, but you know, it's okay. We should work quickly on this though, because it is probably going to get warm, and we want the cookies to keep their shape. And I don't know what's going on here. This is weird. Let's see if we can get a little bit of flour on here. I'm not professional. This is so washed out. Oh my gosh. We have the cookie cutter. We're gonna try this, our first cookie. Let's hope that it's okay. Let me try it again. I need to be able to scoop it up. I don't know if oh, it is. We need to freeze this dough again, but actually look. Okay, we're putting it on the parchment sheet of paper, parchment paper sheet. On the plus side, if we mess up the first batch, we do have some leftover dough for another try. So let me bake these. Let me get you, well actually, I don't know, should I put them in the freezer like it says? Maybe we should. So I have my tray of pumpkin cookies. Let's see if this will, let's try it. So the oven is set at 350. I don't think I mentioned that. I know I talked about temperature, but I don't think I mentioned how hot it was supposed to be. But it's 350, and we're supposed to leave it in there for 10 minutes. I lied. I'm here again because we have to make the royal icing. The lighting has changed. I'm just, it's a mess. It's a mess here. So let me get my phone actually, because this recipe is, I haven't printed out because I've never done this before. And if it works, I'm going to print it out and I'm going to put it in my recipe book and we'll be good to go. So I got this recipe from wallflowerkitchen.com. It is just a simple vegan, eggless, royal icing recipe. Anyway, the ingredients are 9 tablespoons of chickpea brine. So a can of chickpeas, I don't have one. I actually opened a can of chickpeas yesterday and I saved the brine, so yay. That just the water that the chickpeas are in a can, if you guys don't know what that is, it's actually a fun hack. It's pretty cool. I haven't done it personally, but I've seen people do it, so I wouldn't know firsthand. So 9 tablespoons of that. Then 4 cups of icing sugar sifted. Don't have a sifter, so we're gonna see how that goes. It's probably gonna be terrible and clumpy because I was going through my icing sugar and it's just pretty gross, but we'll see. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe if I like whisk the sugar first, it'll help. Then there's an optional 2 teaspoons of vegetable glycerin. I don't have that, so we're not doing that. But the first step we need to do is whisk the chickpea water with an electric mixer until foamy. And then add in the sugar mixture and continue to mix on high speed until the mixture is thick and glossy. Right. I have the chickpea brine in here. You guys probably can't see it. Maybe a little bit. We're going to go ahead and this should be a room temperature, by the way. And oh, I don't have the, here's the whisk. Got the whisk. It's super foamy, so I'm going to add in the icing sugar here. And I guess Well, obviously I'm not sifting it, so this kind of stinks. But we're gonna go ahead and just add all of it in at once, I guess. That's what it said. It didn't say to separate it, so let me just dump the whole thing in there. Oh, I missed the bowl. Whisk it on high, and we'll see how it turns out. I think it's working. Is it working? That's a peak. Is that a peak? I think that's right. I almost forgot to color our frosting. I think I want to color it all, right? Would I want to color it all? I'm going to color it all. So I have some natural food coloring, and I'm mixing yellow and red, or pink, yellow and pink to make orange. So let's just throw it in the mixer for a little bit and see how that turns out. Okay, let's add in the food coloring here. All right. Let's see how this turns out. Let's just whisk it for a little bit. I went ahead and scraped the sides. It is definitely making an orange tinted mixture, but it's not orange enough, so I'm gonna try to mess with it a little bit. The cookies turned out pumpkin shaped. You can see, ow. So fun story. I had fancy like frosting bags and lots of frosting tips. I don't know where they are. So we're gonna go old school, use a Ziploc bag, and then cut the tip off of the bottom here and frost our cookies that way. This is how the royal icing turned out. It has the right consistency. Oh no. It has like speckles of food coloring in it. I don't know, this didn't turn out. So we're gonna get a spoon. We're gonna fill up our bag all professionally, right? And this is the consistency of it. It's pretty nice, pretty decent. I think it'll work, maybe. We'll see, we'll find out. Oh, you know what would have been good? Like draping this over a cup. Actually, I might have some. Yes, I do. Brilliant. Good thinking. Probably should have thought of that first, but this'll work. You know, now that I think of it, I don't even have brown for the stems. Here we go, you guys. First cookie. We got it. I'm just gonna put it here. And then we have the scissors, got them, and I'm just gonna cut a teeny tiny hole. And let's try this. This is too tiny. All right, here we go. It's coming out. We got this. So from what I've gathered, I have an addiction to watching these videos of people frosting cookies or icing cookies. And they usually do this outer layer. Oh, I don't have one of like those needle tools to be all fancy. This is just a nightmare. Oh my gosh, this is definitely not coming out. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna border the cookies, right? Right? I'm gonna border them. And then I'll fill them. Okay, and I'm just gonna, you know, we're gonna do this, and I think this might be too much. Okay, this is probably way too much. Okay, so I can see it's like drying and stuff, and this is working out quite well actually. It's just like I don't have a lot of colors going for me right now, and I guess this is. This is as good as it's gonna. No. Okay, let me try it. I'm gonna give it a taste. Let's see. Well, you know, they're not that bad. I mean, I will say this icing turned out fantastic. The color not so much, but that's probably because I'm not used to working with powdered food coloring. I don't really color my foods. This probably hasn't hardened enough yet, but you could tell it's getting like a coating. It's gonna eventually be, there'll be like a harder shell, and you can tell it's like shiny and fun, and it's a very, very light orange. I know it's not, the frosting's not completely hardened, but let's just give it a taste anyway. The cookies turned out fantastic, like the sugar cookies themselves. The icing has a little bit of a chickpea taste to it, but it's not that bad. It really isn't. I think the sugar overpowers it, and it's just sugary chickpeas, but like not in a bad way. And then putting it all together, it makes it work because, you know, you have both of those tastes, and It basically hides the chickpea. So maybe, just maybe, I'll come back with like, I don't know, Christmas edition or something. Maybe we'll be better decorators then. So ultimately, in the end game here, we succeeded. They're not pretty, but we succeeded, and that is what counts. The frosting has officially hardened. I'm throwing in a quick update here. They're so good. This is delicious. We just need to work on our decorating. Oh my gosh. I think I might eat all of these in one sitting. I'm just kidding. I can't eat that much sugar. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Leave me your comments down below and let me know any recipes that you want me to try, or if you want me to return to the cookie decorating scene. We'll see. I don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and I will see you next time.